Hey everyone, it's your boy N and we are back for another video and we are doing a part 3 slash update I believe from my last defense guide. I asked everyone if you guys want to update and you guys and 86% said yes, so we are back for full fortress defense guide and I'm very excited about it. It's basically the same layout, the same traps, installations as my last one. Again, I'm very happy with it and it's been doing well for the past month, 2 months, weeks, however long it has been. And again, I'm very happy with it, so I don't feel the need to change anything drastically. Again, you can always experiment. The main thing that I've been experimenting with that's different is maybe some shinobi builds and the follow-ups, just trying to see how different follow-ups give different results, combos for certain shinobi. And in some replays you'll see different follow-ups, but whatever stats, whatever jutsu orders, whatever follow-ups I have in this video, that's the finalized versions because I tested it all and this is what I'm happy with. So without further ado, we will begin. I'm not going to add too much replays for all the rooms because I don't want to make the video too long, but just enough so you guys get a good idea of how everything is going. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get started. The foundation of this base and why it was made was to take out the blue water summoning trap and increase overall separation, support killing, main killing, and so on. Now I know not everybody has the same shinobi as me. I will talk about the different rooms equal different shinobi and what type of shinobi do, especially for final room. So for the first room, which is our separation room and not the typical one that you see, we are essentially trying to separate the main from the support units, basically a divide and conquer. But not only that, we are trying to send either the supports or the main into rooms so that our shinobi can wake up first and get the first hit, make it much harder for the enemy rather than them waking up my shinobi or your shinobi and planning their first hit, their first kill. So that's the goal with this room. Now we have a red air part towards the entrance. That's basically gonna make it a bit harder for mains to lunge past it. Then we have a magnet trap to hopefully pull them in. Now the 3-star one is a bit weaker, but it still gets the job done if they are close enough. And then we have a water mask, obviously for the streams that can hopefully send everyone flying. Then we have one of the most important rooms with Sasuke Final Valley in the revive pad, and it's great for many reasons. But again, one of the main things that I want you to take note of is the positioning. I have him in the middle and not all the way up. I have him in the middle because it increases his chances of awakening faster, so he can get into a jutsu or animation to either kill or protect himself. If he's all the way up and the enemy lands either further away or enters from the beginning of the room, they can set off traps, and because he's farther away, can't react fast enough to again protect himself or kill. It's very important to have him in the middle of the room, covers more scenarios. And Sasuke Final Valley is amazing for his overall attack combo. His stats like EX kill, EX revive kill, his damage, his stripping abilities, etc. So he's a no-brainer in terms of a revive unit. Now again, Sasuke Final Valley is amazing, not only because he has a EX revive cancel, his damage output, his combos, his iframes, and he just basically counters everything. Now I showed you how I built my new Sasuke Final Valley already. I'm utilizing him more as an attack type and overall shinobi because I have him at limit break +3, so his stripping and damage output is great. He has all the needed resistances, he can't be stripped. So again, he's overall, and the main difference from the last guide is that I have his follow-up with Baryon mode. This is going to pull enemies into his jutsu combo, CP strip. So far this follow-up has been working extremely well and I'm very happy with it. Then we have our stall slash waste resistances room. Now if the enemy is separated from their support units and the support units are trapped in here alone, they will be trapped in here unless they defeat that summoning, which they can't really do without the main. And then we also have a magnet trap to pull in enemies towards the two entrances where my seal traps and paralysis traps are waiting for them, basically trying to waste link board resistances like seal and paralysis, their passive resistance, so that hopefully we can waste it here and then later on in the match or in other rooms they can then be sealed or paralyzed. Okay, so this brings us to our first fly room, aka a support killer room. But something that I want you guys to realize is in these types of rooms such as Kawaki, Baryon, and Minato's rooms, I prefer attack types because in this meta, most shinobi, if not any, cannot dodge an EX ultimate, so we are hoping that our shinobi can kill the enemy first, right? So that's why I like attack type or strong or shinobi with strong jutsus, decent invincibilities or iframes, right? But if you don't have that type of shinobi, you can put any shinobi that's built fairly well with resistances so they're not stripped, and with a decent level EX so that they can ult the enemy at least. And then what you need to do is figure out which shinobi performs better in each room. So for example, in Kawaki's room, which is an open room, because his summoning pad is also in the middle, he has a higher chance to wake up fast, right? And wherever the enemy lands, he can basically react very fast, which works in conjunction with him having a very fast 4-star. So in that case, it benefits him. And the same would apply to Baryon mode, as his jutsu covers a large radius, and because it's an open room, as soon as you are within his range, he can start his combo. So try different shinobi in different rooms and watch your replays. But for Kawaki's room in general, we have air traps in vital spots where the enemy might step or land on. We have a magnet trap towards the entrance of the room, so if they enter from that side and not fly in, if they set up traps, they can hopefully be pulled in or disrupt the combo. If they try to lunge forward, the barricade will at least stop them long enough for Kawaki to react, to wake up. That's the goal. Then we have a 3-star mirror to help camouflage Kawaki if the enemy can't see what Kawaki is doing, and makes it harder to predict and could help us kill him or her. And then having the seal trap to hopefully seal the enemy or their passive resistance from a link board. So yeah, he is a great attack type shinobi, and always remember, if you can build a shinobi that's suited for their purpose, so with Kawaki's case, with a bit higher attack overall HP to withstand attacks and ult, then they would perform much better, right? Because it's suited to their needs. So I also have him both with both resistances at 130% to again cover all scenarios, high attack, HP, tank damage, defense as well. And then as you guys saw in the video, I have a new follow-up compared to the last guide with Naruto N20th as in Kawaki's kit. The only thing he lacks is evasion strip. With this, I can strip evasion and he can do his thing. And this also works well with a combo, as you guys seen. Infinite knockback sometimes, depending on how fast he casts his jutsu and so on. But yeah, overall a great combo and a great shinobi. Very happy with that. And then comes our second separation room, which is aimed at divide and conquer, trying to separate the main from their support, but also trying to send them flying into rooms so that our shinobi can wake up first and get in action rather than the enemy trying to set up jutsu quietly and getting an easy kill. And then for our second sub killer room with KL and Minato, who's fairly new, and I just finished bowling him, so I'm still trying to test him out in different combos. Again, he does fairly well in destroying support units, which I'm very happy about. And again, if fly rooms can kill mains, that's an added bonus, right? Um, so a notice that I have is summoning pad in the middle, and this is so that if the enemy lands on either side, he has a high chance to wake up rather than just having him towards the back end. And if the enemy enters from the front or lands towards the front, then they can just set off traps and kill Minato, as he will be further away. Now in this room, you can play around with either this setup or with the huge CD increase installation. I feel like both works, both works and has its perks, right? The only problem that I don't like about it is that I have to put my shinobi in the back right to guard that installation, and then if the and that just leaves that front part of this room very empty. So if the enemy doesn't fly in here or enters from that side, they can just set off traps and kill my shinobi. Give and take, pros and cons. For the time being, I like having him like this with this setup. I have the protective installation hiding behind the last tree. That's gonna draw in enemies or make them lock onto target for both sides, and then I have air traps in vital spots where they might step. Again, just trying to make it harder for them, and then I also have the red part towards the entrance so that I can either draw in enemies, increase attack, and hopefully block any lunge attacks. Now with Cal and Minato, I'm still trying to figure out what the best jutsu combo for him is. I will make him +2 after the 9th. But what I have noticed is that if I use his new Limit Break first and 4-star second, then he will barely use his third move, which is his old Limit Break. But if I have his 4-star first and his Limit Break second, his new one, then he will still use his third move, which is what I want. So for now, I'm sticking with this jutsu combo, and it's doing fairly well. So no complaints so far. And again, he's bowled fairly well. He's still new. He covers all the necessary resistance, high attack, defense, and HP. So yeah, overall great shinobi. And then for his bond, I have Itachi V1 because Minato's 4-star will push you back, and I need something to pull you back in so that he can continue his combo, which works well with Itachi V1. And then for our third and final fly room, we have Baryon mode. And in all honesty, I've had Baryon in all rooms. This room is like, this room and this setup is made for Baryon. I feel like he shines the best in this room out of all the rooms I've had. Again, because it's an open room and he has long range jutsu, as soon as you are within his range, he will automatically spam his combo. Even if you are maybe further away, he will still use Limit Break because it's long range, so that makes him very good. We have air traps in vital spots where the enemies might walk or step on. Then we have a red pot blocking the entrance, at least, or making the enemy lock on that target. And if they lunge past, we have the barricade to hopefully stop that. And yeah, it's doing fairly well, which you guys will see. For Baron mode, we have his attack slash kill combo, limit break, and punch, also increasing his overall stripping abilities. In third, we have his second invincibility jutsu, which is Rasengan and immunity. That then becomes delayed invincibility, with it being in third, right? And helps him dodge EX ultimates. But also, because his Rasengan is on third, if he does not use that, you need to make sure that his resistances is on point, because his immunity won't be on. But the other plus side is, if he does not use his HP jutsu, which is his Rasengan, he's more likely to spam his EX ultimate, so that's also good. He's both really good, one of my best shinobi, both resistances at 130% to cover all scenarios. For his follow-up, we have Ida Hashirama. This is just going to provide extra or multiple hits. Okay, and then we have the room before final, which is our force gatecrash strategy, and essential in my opinion. This could stop slash prevent speed glitches by either throwing in the main, they could rush or just be caught off guard, or it could throw the enemy support in my final four or in your final four, making things much harder for a main. So I highly recommend everyone at least try this or use it. Then for the last summoning shinobi, we have Minato V1, and I have the frog slash toad house directly in the middle, so this can help counter any lunge attacks that the enemy might try and lunge forward with, even some EX ultimates. And again, this room is mainly meant for stalling, but depending on what shinobi you have here, you can actually kill some mains. We have 3-star mirror to hide his presence, and an air trap if they might decide to step on that side. But yeah, this room is basically meant to keep a barrier for force gatecrash and stall. So blue types are essentially attack types, and like attack types, they naturally have higher attack but lower defense. So when building him, I tried to keep that in mind, and I think for attack types, I would say they need like 60k defense and above, and then they would naturally always have high attack. So you can build it as you see fit, but so far this is how I have Minato V1, and I'm very happy with that build overall. Attack, defense, and HP, but also with the needed resistances. And he is an overall great defender. He can work as a sub killer, he can work in final room with his evasion strip, and depending on your limit break will also determine how good he can strip, right? With his new follow-up, I have Sasuke vs Shadow, or I think it's Sasuke Shadow, not Sasuke vs Shadow, lol. But yeah, I used to have Itachi V1, but that's now on KLM because I'm testing him in his position. But for the time being, I have Sasuke Shadow's follow-up, doing fairly well. Okay, last but not least, we have our final four. Now, I do understand that many people are either missing Shishui or either missing Anbu Itachi. So before I go on about my final room and its results, I will recommend, or at least give you guys a better understanding of what you could maybe use in their place or their places, right? So let's start off with Gaara V1. In his place, there's only 2 shinobi that could replace him. So it's either run 5-star alt Oni or Baruto Oni heal. The reason why I like Gaara V1 is because he's a combination of runs 5-star heal, longer invincibility. His 8 seconds runs is 10, and then also a combination of Baruto Oni heal, as he will also insta-cast and help against pre-cast attacks, pre-cast E, etc. right? So between Gaara V1, Rin, and Baruto Oni heal, the second most essential shinobi, Naruto Final Valley, and everyone should have him, and with both his limit breaks only, not his 4-star. Need a double limit break so that he can instacast his new limit break, protect him, the team, strip enemies as fast as possible. And then with his old limit break to help combo, to strip more, and to give overall damage and a defense debuff, right? If you add his new 4-star in, he won't instacast his new limit break all the time, which is not good. Now, if you don't have Naruto Final Valley, the best replacement for him at this point in time is KLM Naruto, the new rekit, as he also has 2 team invincibility moves, strips certain resistances, and his new limit break also is more or less an instacast. The team invincibility is not as long, but it's definitely a good replacement. Now, who to replace Anbu Itachi with? So in my final four, his role is to strip invincibility, strip evasion, and drain CP. Now, luckily, Naruto Final Valley's Limit Break also has increased accuracy with stat negation, so that equals evasion strip. So that means even if you don't have a evasion strip unit like Anbu Itachi, like Minato V1, like Kid Kakashi, as long as you can put in someone who can strip invincibility via their Limit Break, it should do the job. So for example, if we assume you have Naruto Final Valley who can strip evasion for you, we could add maybe Narukage in, who provides team invincibility, team evasion. He's a limit break strips. He has CP drainage. If not him, we could go for more of an attack type. So let's say Kawaki, great stripping effects, great CP drainage. If not Kawaki, then you could combine Naruto Final Value with KLM, Naruto's new rekit. So there's many different ways you can look at it. In terms of replacing Mr. Shishui, now the main two things you will lack if you don't have him is team evasion and his limit break's continuous damaging area. The only person that could replace his limit break, in the sense that it would leave a damaging area to continuously keep the enemy down and strip, would be Kid Sasuke's new limit break. And then to replace his team evasion, because your final four will technically need that, especially like people like Gara who doesn't have a evasion activation jutsu, would be Narukage, Minato V1, the new KLM of Minato's rekit. So there's a whole lot of combination that you can try. Just by me saying this, you should get a better idea. Play around with it and see what you have and make the most out of it. Okay, so here is my final room. First, we have Gara V1. His purpose is to instacast his EX, protect the team from precast attacks, and in the beginning for gate crash. Bolt with high defense and HP. His role is to solely survive, keep the team alive, keep himself alive, and tank damage. Bolt with appropriate resistances. He is an orange type, so he gets 30% paralysis from his link board for defense purposes. And in second, we have Mr. Shishui. Because I have Gara V1 and he will instacast his EX, so protecting the team from precast attacks and gate crash. We don't need Shishui's 4-star first, so in this case I'm putting his limit break first to increase stripping abilities, get the team buffs first like team evasion, invincibility, CP steal, and create the damaging area very fast. Both with appropriate resistances, high attack defense, kill faster, the normal stuff. For his follow-up, we have Sasuke in 20th for extra CP steal, extra range attacks, just making it hard for the enemy to basically breathe, right? And in third, we have Anbu Itachi. His limit break first to strip enemies with invincibility, evasion, and then we have his 4-star Oni. This is going to keep a solid combo between these two moves, and with just these two jutsu, it helps him spam his follow-up, which we'll see later on. Because he's a blue type, we also need to focus on keeping his defense high, balanced attack, appropriate resistances, a decent amount of HP to tank damage, stay alive, with his follow-up, as I said, Sasuke vs Jigen. like Sasuke in 20th, gonna it's basically gonna strip more CP, provide a continuous damaging area, making it hard for the enemy to breathe or walk around. This combined with Sasuke in 20th Fireball is a really good combo. Last but not least, we have Naruto Final Valley with double limit break. Again, we have a double limit break without these 4 stars, so he always uses his new limit break first. Again, this is great for stripping, protecting the team, himself, CP damage, and overall range attacks, right? Then he's second with his old limit break to get the defense debuff. Basically gonna increase the damage output overall, and it's another iframe protecting him longer. He's built extremely well in terms of everything, and also prioritizing attack with 50% crit, 70k attack, and a good amount of defense to tank damage as well. And well, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm out. I'm extremely tired of talking. Hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.